Hi there, I'm Rosemary Hathaway. I'm a professor of English here at West Virginia University, and I teach folklore classes. And welcome to the West Virginia Cryptid Road Trip. And how this is going to work is we're going to travel all around West Virginia and visit all the cryptids that you've probably already heard about, but find out more about them and see which ones are in your backyard.
What about Batboy? There's a real question about Batboy, whether he's actually a cryptid or whether he was just a marketing ploy. Batboy is the only one of our cryptids that we can decidedly say was invented by outsiders. Batboy was created by the editors of the supermarket tabloid newspaper, the Weekly World News, in the 1990s. Batboy was alleged to be a kid who fell down the Laurel Caverns while on a family trip in the early 1950s, and then emerged 30 years later with all sorts of bat-like characteristics like pointy ears and fangs. Whether Batboy is real or not, it's up for grabs. But, you know, we claim him anyway. We're gonna stop and talk to somebody from WVU Extension about Batboy.
Growing up, this was one of my favorite places to play. It's in an old community here in Clay County, West Virginia. The residents even chiseled out a hole in the rock where they could gather water. The days gone by, the history that's here, but probably the most intriguing thing about this place for me as a boy was the hole that went back underneath the rock. How far does it go? I'm not sure. We never really had the nerve to go. There could be spiders underneath there, or snakes, or even bats. Some of that curiosity as a kid was probably fueled by a tabloid that was on the newspaper stands at the time. I remember standing in the grocery store line with my parents, and it was called the World Weekly News. It was 1992, and this creature that was half bat, half human was discovered here somewhere in West Virginia. Maybe Greenbrier, Pocahontas County, maybe right here in Clay. Now, you have to understand that a tabloid, it has some questionable news in it. And what do you believe? I believe I've never been all the way underneath this rock, so I think it's possible that Batboy could exist. Batboy became so popular that he was the second highest rating cover story in World Weekly News history. Batboy became so popular that there was even comic strip created in World Weekly News where Batboy did some amazing things which were obviously not true. For instance, he ran for president. He may have met Elvis, and he was also on a road trip with an American family hitchhiking around the United States. It leads you to think, and it makes you wonder just exactly what is underneath the rocks here in West Virginia.